Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Wasted Local Talent, where I've completely lost my mind. So, it's been a few weeks. We haven't released anything because I suck. I've been really busy with the holidays.
Don't be so hard on yourself. You've always been terrible.
I'm just a terrible human being. But this week, we have Stephanie from
Hoot and Howl.
Oh, there we go. Hoot and Howl is located in Morgantown. You'll find out a lot of information about the business up there. She sells arts and crafts from all over the state, and I believe out of state too. I think she said she pulls some stuff.
Some out of state stuff, yeah.
So it's all handmade stuff.
Artisan
yes.
work.
Yes. So how you doing, Jed?
Stressing out.
He's just
over
like
fantasy football.
Yep. He's in the finals. We never updated anybody on how our, first round of the playoffs went. He beat me. Barely.
Barely.
It was close.
It was very close.
Thanks, Drew Brees. No, wait, that wasn't this one. Thanks. Who was my quarterback?
It was
Was it?
it wasn't Wilson.
No, it wasn't Wilson. I forget
Who was it? Was it Goff?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jared Goff.
Yeah, Jared Goff.
Who got me a combined total in the playoffs of like 8 points.
Yeah. And then your bench was Cousins, right?
Yeah, my bench was Winston.
Yeah.
Who just balled out. Had
Yep.
like 80 points in
On
2
the
weeks.
bench.
It's like, I'm sorry. Who's going to... Yeah. Anyway. But Jed is neck and neck. This is the final game in fantasy football. So it is currently 6:46 on Sunday, and the last week of the regular season is going on right now. And the guy that he is playing against has the entire Pittsburgh Steelers offense because he is an ass.
And then the Rams.
So yeah, it's not looking too good, but holding out hope because I don't want the trophy to go to Tennessee.
It's still close. It's still within reach.
I believe in you.
The final nail hasn't been driven yet.
Yet.
It could be if Ebron doesn't play.
That's true. Which we should actually find out in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
If he's going to play or not. So, but anyway, yeah. This week we have Stephanie from Hoot and Howl. You can check out their Instagram at Shop Hoot and Howl. And they've got a Facebook. It's facebook.com/Shop Hoot and Howl. And they're located at 245 Walnut Street in Morgantown. So it's just right up the road here. If you like to support local businesses, you're in the right spot. And you should probably go shop there as well because you're not only support.
If you don't, then you're listening to the wrong podcast.
You're listening to the wrong podcast. If you hate West Virginia, turn this off right now. I'm just kidding. I really love West Virginia.
I don't know what happened there.
I said if you hate West Virginia, turn this off right now, and I turned it off. I was trying to be funny.
Oh.
Stop stressing over fantasy and listen to my jokes, Jed.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Boy, you got me. You got me with that one. Woo. Knee slapper.
Knee slapper. Anyway, I'm tired, and I want to watch football and probably play some D&D here in a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and get to the episode. So, Jed, tell us about the intro music that we've got going on.
That, some folks from a band called Worst Kept Secret.
Oh, I thought it was Toto.
No.
No. It wasn't Africa.
No.
No, it's Bender.
No.
You're right.
Pitbull has yet to do a remake of their music. Honestly, though, I think they are one of the few bands that a Pitbull remake would actually be better.
Be better, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Just a lot of beard and a lot of testosterone.
Pretty sure you could just get like a couple like kazoos from the dollar store and just scream into them. It would sound better.
Way better.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can find Bender on pretty much any music streaming, Spotify, iTunes, anything like that. You can check out Worst Kept Secret at Worst Kept Secret WV on Instagram and Facebook, and you can search for them like Bands in Town, all that stuff as well. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button on Facebook, and go and follow us at Wasted Local Talent.
Like our things.
Like it. Leave us a review because your support keeps us on the air. Also, I lost my job recently, so if you want to donate some money, that'd be fantastic. I need to keep my mouth shut at work, and I would not be jobless. But, okay. Enjoy the episode. What's up, everybody? I'm Daniel.
And I'm Jed.
And today we're wasting our talent with
Stephanie with Hoot and Howl in Morgantown.
So Hoot and Howl, give us a rundown of what Hoot and Howl is.
Okay, so we're a little store in downtown Morgantown, and we have 45 local artisans. Everything from oil paintings to handmade clothing to jewelry, handmade wallets. And then I have 10 other artisans in the U.S., little vintage, little fair trade.
And when did you guys open?
Mid-August.
So you've only been open for a few months
Yeah.
now. Yeah. And how's Morgantown treating you? Is
Great.
it expensive up there to rent a storefront? Or
I lucked out. I got a really good space and needed a little help. So we did a little work on it, and I lucked out on the deal. But I'm not on High Street. I'm on Walnut Street. So I think the rent on that street is a little less than your main strip.
That's
but
good for
it's not
local
bad.
businesses. Like, I was asked to open up a venue on High Street once after my venue closed, and I was like, nope, this is too expensive now. No.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great street. That's where all the good businesses are. But, our little street's kind of fun, too, because we have some unique places. And I'm across from a really good coffee shop, so you can't really beat that.
Yeah.
Are you over there by, what is that place called? The Moose?
The Blue Moose, yeah,
Yeah,
right
yeah.
across the street.
Okay.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
what you're talking about.
Get my Blue Moose fix every day.
When I was going to WVU, we would always walk down there to Blue Moose. Get chai lattes.
I like chai lattes.
Dirty chai.
Someone was just talking about that today. They were like, you got to get the dirty chai.
Oh, dirty chais are so good.
Yeah, I'm kind of hooked on their mocha coffee.
Everything
chocolate.
they have there is so good.
Yeah.
I love that place.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I've never actually been there, honestly.
Oh.
But this is about Hoot and Howl,
have to
and
come
not
up.
the Blue Moose. So
Hang out with me.
Oh,
I mean,
for
it's
sure.
cool, they're great. But yeah, come up and check out the store, and then you can go get a coffee.
So what's the address for people so they can check you out?
It's 245 Walnut Street.
245
So I'm right
Walnut
on the
Street.
corner.
Okay.
Yeah, right across from a parking garage, which is pretty great.
Makes it nice.
That's a good
Downtown
spot.
Morgantown, Yeah. Yeah, Spruce Street Garage, and then there's metered parking out front too, so that's really nice.
So hours, like what are you open 7 days a week?
Right now I'm only open 6 days. So I'm closed Mondays, and then 10:30 to 6 throughout the week, and then Saturday I open a little bit earlier, 9:30 to 6 right now, and then Sundays I close at 4. It's Sunday, so everybody's kind of going home early that day anyway. But usually I'm there by 10:30, until around 6.
So what made you want to open up your own store?
I've been wanting to do it for a really long time.
Yeah.
I'm originally from Virginia, and I have lived here for coming up on 10 years now. And one of my friends back home had opened a little store like mine, and she sold a lot of local goods and was able to support me as an artist. And, I was able to take my items in there, and it was just really a great environment. And I've always really enjoyed being able to, give people advice on branding and, how to do things a little differently or help brainstorm. I think that's really fun. And so I always thought having a store like that would be a good opportunity to kind of just work with people and other creatives. And Jillian Kelly, who has Retrotique, she was in that space before me. She actually had 3 storefronts there, and she moved just across the street to a bigger space. And she called. She knew that I was looking to open something, and I'd kind of had it in the back of my mind for a while. And she called me, and she's like, you should do this. And I thought about it for about a week, because I'd been thinking about it for a while.
Yeah.
But I kind of thought about it for about a week, and I was like, I'm ready to do it. So I just sort of jumped, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
So you buy things from local artisans.
If they want to do it that way. So some people do their art on consignment, and then other people do theirs on wholesale. So it just depends on how their business operates. I do have, like I said, people from, outside of my areas, outside of our area as well. I keep moving. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
But like some of the artisans that I have in Pittsburgh, they have their items in multiple places. So they do wholesale. So I just buy, small batch orders from them and, just do it that way. But then it's nice to have the locals that they can do consignment because they can swap things out, or if they sell something, offline to a friend of theirs, they can just kind of come in and grab it and just take it and, make their money on it or whatever. And then seasonally, it's nice too because they can swap things out. So I've had people been able to swap summer to fall to winter so far. So it's really a good way to operate for locals.
So the stuff that you make.
Yeah.
What type of stuff do you personally make?
I make jewelry. So I've been into that for a really long time now. So I make jewelry and I crochet. So I do like slippers and hats and scarves. And then I have written some patterns. So I'm hoping to do some classes after the first of the year in the space too, just for something else fun in the store. And then I make other things like, little magnets or little wall art pieces or hair barrettes or just whatever's fun. I like to take a lot of vintage stuff and kind of make it into something new too.
Do you ever like personally selling your stuff there, have people come in and look at it and just seem kind of like, and put it down? Like, does that hurt a little bit? Because that would, being in a band and watching people walk away from the stage whenever we play, it's like, oh, that sucks.
I try not to take it personal.
No.
I mean, just because like my style might not be theirs,
Yeah.
and I mean, that's cool, because everybody has a totally different style. I have artists in there that make jewelry that isn't my style, but it's absolutely beautiful and I appreciate it. I think just the fact that they're coming in and it shows that they appreciate local and they appreciate handmade. That's what I want out of it. So if they don't like my stuff, they might like someone else's in there. So that's cool. Or, someone else downtown, they're shopping downtown, and that's important too for me, is to help build a community. So if they don't see something in my store and they're kind of still looking around, I'm like, have you been down to River Fair Trade or over to Jillian's at Retrotique? So we can kind of cultivate a little community down there too.
So like client based, like do you see a lot more locals coming in, or do you have college students as well that'll come in and look?
Everybody.
Just everybody?
I mean, it's blowing me away because I wasn't really sure what to expect. When I first opened, I was like, okay, I should probably have some stuff that's really trendy for college students. And everybody's down there was like, don't really expect it to be a huge population of college students because, they're students and they just go to school and they don't really have the money to come down and like spend. But, they'll bring their parents in or they'll bring their friends in or they'll buy little things. But you'll have a lot of the locals. Well, I have a variety of people. I mean, I have people that work down there because we have people that just walk to work. So they walk by the store across the bridge to South Park. I have a lot of locals that are return customers. A lot of young kids will just come in and I make sure I have a variety of price points in there too. So I might, make a pair of like little earrings that are $6 or $8 that you could pick up for your girlfriend, for a gift. Or you might come in and, really want to make an investment and you're going to buy a piece of artwork that's $175 or a piece of furniture that we have in there. So it's really drawing in like a variety of people, men and women of all ages.
You guys have furniture?
Yeah. So there's some vintage furniture in there that's part of my collection. And then I have Lazarus Restoration. They're a family business out of Morgantown, and they restore and refinish furniture. So I have some of their refinished pieces in there. And so I have a couple of chairs and tables in there right now that are really cool.
Is any of it corgi proof?
Nothing's corgi proof.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I can't really say because I only have cats, but nothing is cat proof. So
That's fair.
Yeah, Jed has a little corgi named Tater, and his
Tater. That's fantastic.
He has single-handedly ruined a picnic table.
Like a big
picnic.
Like the big, heavy, like bigger than this picnic
Is he
tables.
chewing on it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
wow.
he's just chewed straight holes through the top of it.
Top of it.
How old is he?
He's like a year,
Oh, yeah.
maybe a little bit over.
So you haven't worked out the puppy yet?
No. Oh
Yeah,
god.
so he's destroying everything.
No, and it's like he hasn't gotten any bigger. since we first. I mean, he's gotten a little
Just-
bit
just a
bigger,
hair.
but he's so small. He's the smallest corgi. Like I don't understand how he's that small.
I gotta see pictures when you're done. When
But,
we're done,
I mean,
'cause
I can
gotta-
show you right
Yeah,
now.
I want to see. I love corgis.
But
little
it's like
heart butts. They're
instead
so
of
cute.
getting,
So
it's like
cool.
instead of him getting bigger, he just gets wilder and wilder,
Wow.
and
Yeah,
just
it's
doesn't grow in size. He just gets more and more insane.
I may have to like take that name from you if I ever get one. Tater.
That's a
Yeah.
picture of him sleeping.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
That's so
know.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
He went away. Yeah, that's
he's
so
old.
awesome.
There it is. He's
He is really tiny.
yeah. I mean, like that's him right there on the couch. He's not very big.
Oh my goodness. Get a picture of Josh, our other roommate.
Oh God, when he's sleeping.
Tater will sleep wherever, but he won't really sleep on anybody. But whenever he's with Josh, he it's
Yeah, let me,
They're buddies.
oh,
Let me
it's
find it.
hilarious,
Let me
like
find
how
it.
they sleep together. Because they'll fall asleep on the couch together, and it's like,
So he's your dog, but he lives with you guys. So he's really your dog too. He's like the house dog.
yeah, he's everybody. We have 5.
The house
yeah, there's,
tater.
there's 5 dogs yet,
Yeah,
Five
we have
dogs.
5 dogs and 3 cats
Oh.
and a Jed.
Holy smokes.
and me. So it's a lot of animals. But he's so destructive. He's the only dog that we have that has to be crated still. None of the other
Really?
dogs have to. They're fine.
Yeah.
Like as long as the garbage isn't so full that Rooster can get in the garbage, that's pretty much the only thing you have to worry about. But Tater, before we started crating him, he would chew up remotes. He would chew up Xbox controllers, headphones, the coffee table, the
Oh my
couches. We have the old crank style windows.
Yeah.
Every single one of the knobs on the cranks are all chewed off.
He's like a mini hellion.
Oh, he is. He's just absolutely destructive. He's so cute.
Yeah, I mean, how could you get upset with a corgi?
You can't.
Especially
Well,
when
and
his name is
so-
Tater.
When he
Yeah,
gets
they're
in
just
trouble,
adorable.
Oh my
he smiles and he like shows his teeth and squints. So when you get mad at him for doing something, he makes that face, and then it's just like you're just like, oh, never mind. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even
Like,
know
just
why I was
forget
trying.
it.
Like, I should have known better.
Yeah.
I have so many pictures of dogs on my phone.
Oh, wait,
I know the exact one that you're talking about.
Oh.
I'm looking for it.
But you have a dog named Rooster too, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah. We have Rooster, Wilbur, Duke, Tater, and Bubba.
All those names are great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's Rooster J. Cogburn, Wilbur von Hattiesburg, Duke Silver.
Duke Silver.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Tater, I don't think has a last name.
I don't think
You don't
no.
need one when your first
Yeah.
name's Tater.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need a last name.
And then Bubba has some like ridiculously huge name that I don't remember. It's like Colonel Hubba Bubba something. Yeah. So there's one of the pictures
Oh my goodness, that's great.
of him. And
He's
then
just hanging out.
there's another one that's arguably better. They fell asleep together.
Wow, that's
And
yeah.
that's- he's
Those-
the-
We're
they're
gonna
like
have to post
twins.
when we
Yeah,
when we
we'll
post
have
this
to-
episode. We're gonna have to
Please.
post
We'll post
these
the pictures up.
to
yeah.
the Facebook. whenever we
Yeah,
do
everybody
it.
has
Yeah.
got to see those pictures.
Oh, it's
That's
great.
And like I've tried to like he'll like lay on my lap and fall asleep, but
He does
will
not do that with
he will not
anyone
sleep that way
else.
with anybody else.
Nobody
Wow.
else. Anybody else tries to touch him like that, and he's just wild. He just wants to like bite and play and just do whatever. But with Josh picks him up, and he's just like, okay, I'll just go to sleep. That's fine.
So since we're still like a little bit off topic,
We're very off topic.
do you have anybody that sells like homemade toupees? So we're looking. I had to. I got to get a shot in. I didn't get to record with Jed last week.
Are you looking for one?
so-
Are you in the market for a homemade
Apparently,
toupee?
I am. I didn't know that.
Maybe we could make you one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure with the amount of talent that we have coming out of that shop, we could find someone
come up
who
with
could
something.
make you a homemade
Yeah.
toupee.
Or we should just try to make it like as bad as possible.
Oh yeah, you
Just
could just
make,
grow
like,
your
the
hair back,
wor-
and it would just be.
What?
That's fair. This is not a choice. This was a compromise that I made with genetics.
Yeah.
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 So
I mean, you just got to roll with it,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Nobody wants to see me grow my hair back out. That would not be good.
So It's really hard to jump back into it.
You're like envisioning. I'm envisioning him, so I know you are.
Yeah, I've seen him with, like, the thing is crazy. Like I look at, like, I've seen pictures of him back whenever he had a full head of hair, and he's like unrecognizable. It's funny,
Yeah.
like how different he looks now.
Well, it's also like 60 pounds lighter too.
That's true. You were very small, not very small, but smaller. So Hoot and Howl.
He's trying to get back on topic.
We do this every time.
Yeah,
Like,
every
we
single time.
always do this.
Where did the name come from? Like, how did you come
I
up
love
with that
the
name?
name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's kind of weird, and everybody will say. Well, when I say it, even people are like, "Wait, what? How do you say that?" And then they'll say Hoot and Holler, Hoot and Hollow. No, it's Hoot and Howl. So I don't really know. I don't know where I came up with it. When I first moved here, for some reason, I mean, I was younger, and the brand name that I went under was the Crimson Owl. I don't know. I had like a blog. Please don't look that up. And I think I deleted it a long time ago.
Posting it with the episode.
Yeah. But so I wanted to, rebrand when I moved here, and it was like, I'm going to do like get a logo or whatever made. And I tried to think like, what is something that I enjoy around here. I really like nature. So, I did a lot of hiking back when I was in Virginia, and, moving here, of course, you're pretty much in nature all the time, unless you live in the city. It's just beautiful. And we have, obviously a lot of really great animals out there that, Appalachians, whatever. So I'm just pulling this out of the air because I really don't remember. But I kind of think about it as like, an owl and like a coyote kind of mix. So Hoot and Howl. Yeah. But also, when you think about it and you find something like super cool and you want to share it with everybody, you're like, Hoot and Howl about it.
Yeah.
You're like excited about it. So your old term is you're going to hoot and holler, Hoot and Howl, silly. But I kind of started out with the name more when I went to doing vintage. And we have clothing in there too. Well, I have clothing in there, but that's kind of something when you find a vintage treasure. I don't know if you guys are into that or not, but you find something like you collect or that you're really into, and you get super excited about it because it's like one of a kind, and you just got to tell everybody about it. So you show it off.
You hoot and holler.
You hoot and holler, hoot and howl.
The name
You
sticks.
hoot and howl
It's
about it.
definitely a one that like just kind of sticks once you hear it.
Yeah.
To me anyway. Like throughout all the applications, this like the name of your business is one that's always kind of stuck out to me because of the name.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully that helps
Yeah.
the business.
I hope so too.
I did a quick Google for the blog, and I didn't
Didn't find anything.
it. Not right off the bat.
I did a good job.
Might be
deleting
able to find
that
it with a little bit more digging.
years
but-
ago. Actually, I think I made it private and then I deleted it. So I think you're never going to find anything.
Jed works in IT security for the government, so there's a chance he could find.
Actually, it was primarily like talking about like other artists and other, tutorials I found online and what I'm working on. And, so it was more of that, same idea behind the store was also talking about other cool things, other people.
Yeah.
It just wasn't a lot of local stuff because, it wasn't as big of a scene when I was doing the blog, I guess, the local.
I love the local movement.
Me too.
I do too.
Like, I don't understand why it kicked off again, but like, I'm very happy that it did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're really behind here.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I've been here for around 10 years. And when I was living in Virginia, that was a big thing. I started seeing it online with a lot of people that I followed out of Austin, I think is where it really blew up. And a lot of the girls that I was following online, these are just so talented, and they were just opening these little boutiques, and they were selling local goods from people in the area that were just majorly talented. And it just started to grow, and then it got online, and everybody else was starting to do it too. And then in Virginia, I saw it, and I saw that movement really improve our downtown and our community there too, which was great. So, you don't have any of the chain restaurants or chain stores in the downtown area. It's a lot of just small business. And, I never really understood why we didn't have that here. We have some really amazing shops and restaurants downtown, but it's like we're so behind in West Virginia. We're just now catching up to it.
Yeah.
So I've started to see a little progression. And then I was like, I'm just going to just do it. Hopefully that'll kick it, and people will really start embracing it. And, all of the people that own businesses down in Morgantown are really great at working together. So all of the merchants that own shops, we've started really trying to communicate, when we're having events or, making sure we don't have the same people or the same items, because you're not creating, a competitive environment. You should be creating a more community-based environment, because that helps everybody grow.
Yeah.
And everybody's starting to kind of get on that page. So
I think it's one of the bigger differences between, I mean, obviously Morgantown, the population's higher as opposed to Clarksburg. Is just running a business in Clarksburg myself, there was no support from the town itself, like the higher ups in the town, because most of Clarksburg is owned by a select few people. And the one building that I was able to get into was owned by somebody different who did not like what they were doing with the rest of the town. They're selling it off for parking, for like all this. It's a cool little area. And there needs to be the support from not only the other businesses downtown, but also the higher ups in the town. That they need to see that. And you wonder why you go downtown Clarksburg, it's a ghost town. It's because those people don't want to rent out their businesses to local stuff.
Yeah.
There's a few things like My Little Cupcake was downtown and it just moved into Bridgeport. Now I'm sure location wise it's a lot better for them, but at the same time, they were not cool with us being downtown.
Yeah.
And we were a coffee shop, beer garden, and a music venue, and they just seemed like they just did not want us. They gave us so much
weird.
backlash. But
yeah, I'm not saying we have all this great support from the town. I mean, of course the people that live there. I'm not saying government or councilmen. We have some councilmen that come around and shop, but it's I think primarily it's all of us, all the small business owners getting together. We're the ones that are, there all the time. We're the ones that are going and doing promotion meetings with, I just attended one of those with the Main Street Morgantown organization. And, how can we make it better? How can we do it? What can we do as, small business owners? Because we want to watch our, downtown flourish. We want people to come downtown and have a good time. We want to beautify it. We want to, improve it. And it's us, it's us doing it. And it's really great to be a part of that, but you're right. If you don't have the right kind of support behind you, you're not going to survive as a small business owner. You're just not going to do it.
Yeah.
And, you're just fighting every day to survive and live. And it's not like we're all rich, we're all just, I haven't paid myself a check once since I've been open, I don't even know if I don't know how to do that yet. I was like, what? I don't make an hourly wage, but.
Well, you do it because you're passionate about it. And that's what a lot of people don't really understand. Whenever we closed my business, I looked back over because it was me and my now ex that ran it. And I think it was right around, and this was just based on credit card tips. I think over the 2-year span that we were open together combined, we made right around $6,000. And people don't really understand that. You pour all of you into something, and it's not because you want attention or you want that recognition. It's because you're passionate about it, and you don't really make money doing it. And so whenever you see people supporting it and actually coming in, there just needs to be that support, because a lot of people I feel like a lot of people don't understand that, especially with small businesses. Most of these small businesses, you don't come from money.
Right.
And you're doing it out of a passion for it, and you make enough to sustain and pay your bills every month, but you're not really paying yourself.
Right.
And getting to that point it takes a long time. So.
Right. Yeah, it's very true. When I started that week-long decision-making process was meeting with my accountant and saying, here's what I have and here's what I'm thinking and here's what I want to do. And he's like, Steph, I don't know. He's like, I'm worried, because it's a small business and it's hard. And I said, well, I'm going to do it either way. I just wanted to see what you thought about it. I just want, because I really respect his opinion and, how do I go about making sure I'm doing all my paperwork properly, which is really, but he was excited to hear that, it was doing well, but he definitely was concerned to begin with because he's a small business owner too. So he's like, it's tough, so, you're right. You just have to be passionate about it. It's not like I went into it with all this savings and I have, you know, this is my, you know, place I own, or I had all this inventory built up. I mean, I started out with nothing, and, you know, just my mom and my friends helped me put it together and paint it and, you know, do everything. I'm not hiring people to do things for me. It's all me and friends and support, you know, so it's hard.
Especially with like a business like yours where you're relying, like one, you're doing it like yourself without like a fallback, like cash in the bank.
Right.
But you're also relying on other artists bringing in their product to sell.
Yeah.
So one, you're helping them, but two, if you don't have the support from them, you wouldn't be able to do what you do.
Right.
Because you know, so that's tough. Like, I mean, that definitely seems very stressful, honestly, like especially starting out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's stressful, obviously, you know, I think about it a lot, and that's all I eat, sleep, and breathe the store, you know, the business. But from the very beginning, it's been important to me to build relationships with everybody that comes in there. So, you know, everybody is comfortable. All of the artisans know that I'm obviously the face for your items in my store, and they know they can trust me to do a good job with that and talk about their process and where they're from and what they do and the materials that they make. And they know they can trust me as an individual. You know, I'm not going to let things, you know, disappear. I'm not going to pay you on time. You know, they know, because I build that relationship right from the beginning, and I work really hard to make sure that is always there. You know, that bridge is built and it stays strong. And I see it, and I've seen it recently happen with a store that was very similar to mine, that they've lost a lot of the faith and the trust from their artisans, and people were pulling their items out, you know, and their business, unfortunately, will probably suffer from that. It's not around in our general area, but I've, you know, saw some information online about it, and it's going to be a hard thing for them to build that trust with new artisans coming in, and they'll never make it with the people that have pulled out. You know, they'll never get them back, because
once you lose the trust, it's gone.
Yeah.
And bad news spreads so much faster than good news.
And especially in the creative community.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because you, as a creative person, you guys talk to a lot of people too, you know. And if somebody's like, yeah, I don't know, I didn't have a great experience with them, and they're telling you what happened, you're putting, you know, a lot of that to heart.
Yeah.
You know, you're thinking, oh, maybe I don't want to deal with that either. Or why would I want to go through the same thing? So it's important to, you know, build a good relationship. And that's, you know, it's just been always really important to me. If somebody messages me, I'm right back with them.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, yes, you know, here's this, or I'll just stay in constant communication with people too. You know, you're not going by the wayside. I'm always there for you if you have a question, or if you need something, or, you know, you want to just stop in and check in on things, you know, because it's important. It really is, especially with a business like this.
So for people that would like to get in contact with you about maybe getting their products in your store, how would they?
It's usually better for people to send me an email. So that way they can send me some pictures. They can tell me about their price points. And then like just a little info about themselves. Like if you're selling anywhere else in Morgantown, that's usually really helpful to know, because that way we're not creating any competition.
Yeah.
You know, because you are competing against yourself too, because especially if you're like a block away, you know, if you're down at another store downtown, you know, you're really competing against yourself that way. So yeah, I just usually ask them to email me.
And what's your email?
It's shop Hoot, HOOT, and HOWL at Gmail. Shop Hoot and Howl at Gmail.
And we'll put that right below in the description as well. That way.
Awesome.
And as far as social media, things like that work, because I know I've seen your Facebook, and you post a lot of pictures of your items that you have. What are the links to those?
Facebook and Instagram handles are both Shop Hoot and Howl. So it's I try to keep it consistent, so it's easy for everybody. Email, Facebook, Instagram, Shop Hoot and Howl. I post every day. It's like free advertisement. You know, it really is, when you get a lot of followers and people are like, oh my gosh, I saw that you got this. I saw this on your Instagram, or I saw this on your Facebook. You know, I'm not boosting posts. I'm just sharing, every day. Like, here, we got this really great new artisan in, or hey, we got a restock on this. Oh, he's found something. Look at his face.
Yeah, I found the lamp.
That is super cool. Yeah, we got that. That's the same.
yeah.
Those are the same people that do the furniture. Yeah, that's his jam. He makes industrial style lamps. He calls that the
That's really
unbreakable
cool.
lamp.
Yeah, I never check
Yeah.
on like anybody that we're interviewing beforehand.
Yeah.
So I went and liked your page just now and
Thanks.
creeping your stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that beanie's really cool too. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of cool stuff. And then that's the cool thing. It's like you can come in, you know, as a guy and find some pretty neat things in there. I mean, we've got handmade lamps and we have these really cool vintage radios that were just converted into Bluetooth radios that one of my Goldstone Antiques
That's really
does
cool.
that.
Boy.
I have 3 of those in. One of them I'm using right now. I'm just pushing my music from my iPad register over to across the room into the Bluetooth, and it sounds super cool. Yeah, so you have like your own little old school radio, but you're playing whatever on it. It's really interesting.
I'm
And
gonna
then
have
we've
to
got
meet
wallets.
Jess in
and-
Morgantown one day.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
check it out.
I posted. I think I may have shared them. If not, I'll show you what they look like. They're really cool.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
They've had a lot of people coming in and checking them out. They're really neat. Yeah.
Jed and Jed's wife, she does pottery
Oh, cool.
up there too. So I'm wondering if like anybody that she does pottery with might, because I've seen some pottery on the
Yeah,
page. I wonder
yeah.
if anybody
Uh,
that she does pottery with might be in the shop. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
So-
the 3 ceramics artists that we have in the store are actually making their ceramics at the craft center at WVU.
Is that where Jess
So,
does hers?
That's really
No?
neat.
Okay.
no, she
okay.
goes to
Is it Lockhouse?
Zen Clay.
Oh, Zen Clay. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. Yeah. It just happened to that the 3 ladies that we have in the store, 2 of them are students and they make at the craft center, which I didn't even know about until these girls started coming in. I'm just like, wow, this is such a cool thing. Do you guys know what that is? It's like it's in the basement at one of the buildings at WVU, and they basically have, I looked it up to see what all they had in there, but they have pottery wheels and all kinds of things for clay forming. And then they have tie-dye set up, so you have all the different dyes, and you could do different T-shirts and clothing or whatever. And then they even have a space for glass fusing and stained glass, and then they have a space for jewelry making. So you basically you go in and you make whatever you want to make, just enjoy yourself and be creative, and then you pay for the materials when you leave. So you don't pay very
that's
much.
really cool, yeah.
And it's open to students and teachers and alumni. I'd like to just kind of go and check it out.
Check it out and see. Yeah.
I'm like, can I just go with you one day and just kind of hang out, But yeah, so we have one ceramic artist who does the wheel through pottery, and she does really beautiful mugs and plates and bowls and planters, and those are very popular in the store.
Planters like for
Like little pots
Oh.
for, planters. They have like little faces on them too. They're super cute. Her most popular thing, and I wish I might have a picture to share with you guys, is a butt boy mug. So it's a little ceramic mug, and it has a little smiley face guy that looking at you from inside the mug. But then when you turn it around and look on the inside, he's hanging on to the side, and it's got a little butt. And I can't keep
That's
them.
really cool.
They're hilarious. They're really, really funny. And she said, I don't know. Like, I just thought I would bring these in and see what you thought. And I said, that's going to be the first one that you sell. And she did. And she brought me 5 of them the week before Small Business Saturday. And every single one of them sold that weekend. Because they're adorable and quirky. And they have a little behind looking at you when you're drinking your tea or coffee. Here we go.
I kind of screwed up with that whole Small Business Saturday thing. Like we are all
There's
about.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So Jess grabbed a mug for me the other day, and the beaker.
Oh yeah, the beaker mug.
Oh my god! So she got this mug, and she calls me, and she's like, "I got you this mug. You're gonna be really excited about it." Blah blah blah. And then like 30 minutes later, she calls me back, and she's like, "So I thought the mug looked like a science beaker, and I thought that you would really like it. So, excuse me. So she's like, I brought it home, and Daniel and was it Liv?
No, Josh and Liv.
Josh
I
and
said,
Liv.
I said it didn't look like that because of the wing nuts on it.
Yeah.
But
They were like, it kind of looks like a bong.
Whoops.
And it does. It does definitely kind of look like a bong.
But it was a mug, for sure.
It is definitely a mug. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. I just am not going to be able to take that to work.
Having it in your
For
car is
sure.
very dangerous.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
it's not like it has a space for,
She's great.
Yeah,
you know,
it's true,
holding your
yeah.
little, whatever they call that, you know,
Yeah, she's great.
unless it does.
No,
But it's a
I don't think
beaker?
so, yeah.
Like with a
Like,
handle.
So I told her, I was like, honey, I like it. I don't understand how I'm supposed to drink coffee out of this.
Oh, yeah,
because
'cause
like
it's-
the bottom is really wide. It's like a really wide base, and then it has a narrow stem that it looks like a ball.
Yeah,
I mean, like you would imagine, you know. And I was like, I'm gonna go to take a drink of coffee and just get like a gallon of hot coffee rushing down this thing at me.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're going to get that little bubble.
Yeah.
When you, yeah.
It's like
Little
Das
air
Boot.
bubble.
Das Boot.
Das Boot. It's the same concept. You
Yeah.
have to drink it a certain way, or
Yeah,
you'll
turn it.
Yeah.
It'll go everywhere.
Yeah. So
Well, have fun with that.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be decorative.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
You can put your
fantastic
pens in
thing.
Yeah. We'll have our decorative bong for the countertop.
Hold your pens and your,
Yeah.
you know, if you're going to have it at your house, you're not allowed to take it into work. Just put some little spoons and stuff in there.
Yeah,
It's all
there you
good.
I'll hold like 3 spoons and
Yeah.
then very narrow top. It's very small.
We could use it to hold the stirring spoon.
That's true. Yeah, or some flowers.
Yeah, you can put some flowers in
It's
it.
like that whole.
So speaking of planters, I have wanted to have indoor plants like ever since I bought my house. The problem is my cats are terrible creatures
Yeah.
and they will destroy everything.
Oh, yeah. You need to have ones that hang from the ceiling then.
Well, so the problem with that is one of the cats is blind. And she would be able to smell it and probably try to jump up to it.
Oh,
And that would not work out well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through that. I have 3 cats, so
Yeah. I
they,
figured you would understand that.
Yeah, I have a lot of plants too, though. But yeah, when my oldest kitty was young, she would pee in my plants. So you know, she was just a little thing, and she would just get up in there and just a tiny little runt and just pee right in the plant. I was like, thanks for that. So I tried the foil. You know, you put foil; they're supposed to deter them. No, I tried the tape. No, so everything just went up very high or hanging from the ceiling. And now she doesn't mess with them, but the newest kitty that I have she's probably about 1.5 years old now, and she just licks plants. She's not chewing. She gets excited and like, you know, her little tail wags and she just walks over and rubs on it and then just licks the plant. Yeah.
That's so weird.
Cats are weird.
Yeah, they are.
Cats are
Strange.
definitely weird.
Yeah. They're very weird.
Yeah, you can't leave anything out on the counters, like any kind of food. Like if
Yeah,
you,
if they don't want it, they'll just knock it on
Yeah,
the ground
they'll
and give
knock
it to the dogs.
Yeah, yeah. I've left a pizza on the counter before and came back, and one of the cats is eating like half a piece of pizza.
Oh yeah, I believe
It's
it.
like, you know,
Well, none of our cats are very big either,
no.
but they will eat.
Oh yeah.
They will house some food. Except Tiny Cat.
Tiny Cat's getting big.
Tiny Cat is getting real big.
Sounds
I
like
don't
there's
know
been a lot of
how.
pizza being eaten lately.
Well, so we think that Tiny Cat has found a way to get outside of the house
Oh.
because we know that she has found a way to get from the basement into the garage. She can get up into some crawl space somewhere
Wow.
and she can get down into the garage. So we think that she might have found somewhere that she can get outside and that she's hunting. Because
It's possible.
she's fat.
Yeah, she's getting fat.
And we
weird.
we monitor their food. And they don't get very much food
Yeah.
because they're indoor cats.
Yeah.
So
They don't need
yeah, you got to be careful
like a
or
little
else they
quarter
get
cup.
real heavyweight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So she's out there eating all the squirrels and chipmunks
Yeah.
and
She's,
mice.
she's wild too. She's
Yeah.
got a little bobtail.
Aw,
She
I remember whenever you got her.
she's got a little bobtail and like little rabbit legs.
that's cool.
So like when she tries to run on our tile, her little rabbit legs just like kick and kick and kick, and she can't get any traction.
Oh man. Cats.
Yeah, they're special.
They are special. Weird. Little weirdos.
I'm trying to think of like one of the funnier things they've done.
Sure. I have to pee though. I'm gonna be right back.
What?
Continue.
I'm just gonna get up in the middle of the
I
podcast
can't
to pee.
concentrate. I just gotta pee. I'll be right back.
He's the one that edits it, so he'll just
Oh yeah, you're just gonna edit it out.
yeah, he'll just make it seem
So all
like
the
this
dumb
didn't
stuff
even
that I
happen.
say, you just edit it out.
I don't want that in there. Just let me know.
Yeah, like all that.
That's how we're gonna start the episode.
That's it. We're cutting it. This is where we start.
Started
right here.
out at all the dumb stuff that I say.
So this was your first time owning a business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done like side gig stuff for a while, just making jewelry and had my things at stores and things, but never actually like my 9 to 5. Well, 24 hour,
Yeah.
but my actual, full-time job, this is,
So did
and I
you
wouldn't even
quit
call
a
it a job.
Did you quit a job
Yeah, I
to
quit
start
my
the
corporate
business?
job to,
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So put a lot of faith into it.
That's a
But
jump.
I know it's going to work out. I'm determined to make it work, put in the hard work and the effort, so I have faith.
That's what West Virginia needs, honestly.
Yeah.
Is we need more local stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, the jobs are getting better. The job market is getting better.
Yeah.
But I've talked about it several times on the podcast, but I'm going to talk about it again because I love it. Vermont. Vermont it's very similar to West Virginia in that, there's not a massive amount of jobs. It's very similar where you have Burlington and then you have the capital, and they're both very close, just like Morgantown and Bridgeport and Fairmont area. Pretty much all the jobs are kind of right in that area. But in Vermont, everyone buys from everyone else. Mm-hmm. Like when you go into a store, like there are no grocery stores. It's like Tom's grocery store.
Yeah.
There's all the gas stations are owned by the guy that lives out behind the gas station.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you buy furniture from the guy that lives a mile outside of town. So everybody buys from everybody and they support each other.
Yeah.
And because of that, everyone thrives.
Right.
And that's what we need down here.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you would think that we have businesses that won't come to West Virginia because of our population in the state. So, if they don't want to set up here, then we should just make our own, and run our own, stores that are amazing, just as amazing, and just make it small business, and then everybody would shop there and it would do well. Yeah.
So I ask every episode
Every episode.
the same question.
Oh, okay.
What did you think I was trying to say?
I don't know. I thought you know. Just don't.
Strike one for Daniel.
Yeah.
But yes, I ask every episode the same question. So describe your business or maybe your wares, whatever you want to describe, but only use famous actors and actresses.
Oh, I'm not going to be very good with that.
No?
No, because I don't really keep up with any of that stuff.
I mean,
Honestly,
it doesn't
I don't.
have to be modern. Like, it doesn't have to be relevant. It could be whatever.
I don't know.
What if we include musicians? Does that help?
I mean, there's a little bit of Betsy Johnson in there, right? Because it's kind of fun and
Okay.
funky and creative. Leslie Knope from Parks and Rec,
Yes.
Yeah, there might be even a little bit of Ron Swanson in there. I can see that. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll use people like that because I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you their real names.
Nick Offerman, man after my own heart.
Amy
Yeah.
Poehler.
Amy Poehler.
She's amazing.
Yes, she
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite shows.
Oh my gosh, me too. I mean, it's amazing. One of our the artist that I have in there that does embroidery, she does like a little hoop embroidery and always has cute sayings on it. And she has all kinds that are from Parks and Rec. I have one that I bought from her in my bathroom that says "I like you and I love you," or "I love you and I like you." And she had one that said the Wiz Palace. And
I'm gonna have
it's
to
like
go
on
up
this
there.
fancy
Check this out.
handwriting, like cursive
Yeah.
embroidery writing on like a little floral background, but it's like Wiz Palace. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's why we named Duke.
Yeah.
Duke Silver.
Yeah.
Silver.
Duke Silver. Yeah. I knew you were a fan as soon as you said that.
Love it.
Yeah.
I don't like Nick Offerman's like newfound like pretty boy look. He like lost weight and now he's like
Yeah.
all-
I mean, what's up with that?
Yeah,
Where's
he's
Oh,
the-
I haven't
where's
seen
the
him
face hair?
since then.
yeah, he just looks, it's just weird to me.
Yeah.
Like you go from this like obviously 'cause Nick Offerman is pretty much or used to be very close to Ron Swanson, like just how he carried himself like every day. Now he's like lost weight and like It's like he wears. It looks like he wears makeup. Like it's really
Oh,
weird.
that is really weird.
Not like excessively, but like I don't know. It's just weird. He's just different. Not a fan.
I don't
Anyway.
even want to look it up.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe you should anyway. Maybe we should
Okay, I
all see
will.
this and talk about it.
You convinced me.
But have you seen the stand up that he did with his wife?
I have not. No.
It's really funny.
Is it?
Yeah, she's funny anyway.
Oh, she's
silly.
hilarious. Well,
Yeah.
she plays his ex-wife in
Yeah,
and I
Crazy
think
Tammy.
it's-
Yes.
One of the Tammys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man, the Tammys.
Oh my
funny.
gosh.
My mom's name
Yeah.
is Tammy too, which just is like the icing.
Well,
on
what
the
was
cake.
it? It was his mom and 3 ex-wives. Was it his mom?
So his mom's name was Tammy.
Yeah.
And then
2 of his ex-wives.
but there was a third ex.
There was a third one.
She did show up because it was like for a long time he had the 2 ex-wives, and then there was the one that he never talked about that
Yeah.
nobody knew that he had,
Yeah.
and she was like way older than him. Wasn't that it? She was like 20 or 30 years older than him, and he got married to her when he was like 18.
Yeah. Yeah. She was the one with the
rewatch
really
it.
long hair.
Yeah.
And was kind of controlling. Didn't she used to be his babysitter or something?
Yes, she was his babysitter. Yeah. You don't remember that, do you?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It's been a while
it was
since
so
I've actually
messed up.
watched through it.
Yeah.
All right, let's find this picture.
Yeah, they're doing that. Him and Amy Poehler are doing that craft show now where it's a competition.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw it advertised on Etsy. I haven't been able to catch it yet, but it's some kind of like craft off type thing where you go in and it's like the cupcake wars
Yeah.
or the cake ones, but you go in and you create cool stuff.
That would be a really cool, like
Yeah.
having the 2 of them host a show like that.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, because they both have fun personalities. And I love her.
Yeah.
I've always thought like if she's a real person in Parks and Rec, I'd want to be her BFF. Let's hang out. If they ever did a live Simpsons with real people, he'd be a good Flanders.
I have never watched Simpsons, so
What?
yeah, I can't speak to that.
You've never, ever, ever,
Never seen an episode.
ever.
Nope.
Wow.
Between Nick Offerman and what's his name? The guy from Jackass that died with the beard.
Oh, Ryan Dunn.
Ryan Dunn. Between the 2 of them, they're the reason that I grew a beard.
Yeah.
Like, I love Ryan Dunn. I love Nick Offerman. And Nick Offerman shaved his beard. And now I'm sad. But he's grown it back. It's back now. So
He probably just like
it was honestly probably for that role that he was
he
playing in
probably
the
shaved
show,
it and took a
but-
picture, and then he was just like, and it just like popped right back out afterwards.
What was he was on Will and Grace?
Yeah, he was on Will and Grace.
Yeah. He had the shaved beard then.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's just weird.
Which like that
Yeah.
has always been a really low key like favorite show of mine.
Will and
Will and
Grace.
Grace.
I've never
But
watched it.
you've never seen The Simpsons, though? I can't even believe it.
I have-
you? Do you watch The Simpsons?
Not like religiously. I've
But you've seen it.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
I've tried a couple of times to watch an episode, and I just
You're just not into it. That's cool.
can't. And like the reason that I've never sat down and watched it is because I don't like. If I'm gonna watch a show, I want to see the majority of it. I don't necessarily need to see every single episode. But like, I quit watching Family Guy, even though I loved it because there was just so much that I had to watch.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to sit and watch through like 12 seasons of Family Guy to get caught up.
Yeah. So you're not into Netflix and chill.
I am.
The binge,
it's just
binge
like
watching that people do.
I
or
definitely,
that,
I definitely am. It's just The Simpsons. Like for you to sit and watch the whole Simpsons series,
That's a
take you
lot.
that
for
would
The
be a
Simpsons.
serious,
Yeah.
serious investment. And I have so many other shows that I'm watching. Like I keep up to date with Westworld and Game of Thrones and True Detective, and then we watch Channel Zero, and what else? I'm missing some.
I don't watch the show.
And then I mean, you have to rewatch The Office
Yeah.
like at least twice a year. Same with Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
So I gotta fit those in there, and Scrubs,
Scrubs.
and How I
Scrubs is
Met
my
Your
go-to.
Mother. So pretty much all of those have to be watched at least once a year. Seinfeld.
Yeah, I'm watching through Scrubs now for the second time this year. I love that show. I don't.
Yeah.
It's
So
the only
yeah, I
sh-
mean,
yeah,
it's not that I don't like The Simpsons.
Yeah.
It's just
Just
like
got a lot of other stuff.
it's just such an investment to watch a show that's been on the air for what 18 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I could never get caught up.
Yeah.
even if I only watched that, it would take me a year.
Yeah, see, I wasn't allowed to watch it
do
growing up. Like my parents were very strict on what we would watch, and so I'd catch episodes here and there growing up. But I think because of that is the reason why I don't follow it as much now, is because it wasn't a part of whenever I was growing up. I wasn't allowed to.
Yeah.
So, but I have watched episodes before. So
Yeah. Well, I can't say I've ever seen Scrubs, so I may have to check it out.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, look, I'm super behind. I'm watching Breaking Bad right now, so I'm several years behind.
Boy,
where are you in Breaking Bad right now? Because I've watched that like 17 times.
world is about to get rocked.
I don't remember what season it's on, but Jesse has just started to do the cook on his own in the lab.
Okay.
So
That's like
It's gotten
the end of
interesting.
season 2, early season 3.
it's pretty far along. I've watched a lot of them.
I don't know, because whenever I watch it, it's just back to back to back.
Yeah,
So I don't know seasons.
that's
I
what
just
I'm
know.
saying. Just Netflix it. Yeah. Yeah.
But man, that's a great show.
It is really good.
Yeah.
At first, I didn't think I was going to get into it because Walter's a little dry and kind of it's kind of like
Oh
better.
man, his
but
character
his
progression.
character really good.
Oh,
it's like
His character
kinda badass,
progression is
yeah.
so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at first he's definitely like, you're like, this is the main, like,
Yeah.
this is what I'm like. And then as it progresses, it's like it gets good.
and Jesse's just kind of a jerk at first.
Yeah.
I don't want to listen to him. Everything he says is annoying. He's just kind of a punk
Yeah.
kid. But then his character really gets better
Yeah,
too.
the character
You can even
development
see
in that
his
show.
like the way he dresses and the way he looks even changes.
Yeah.
I've noticed that he's more mature now and further in.
Yeah.
So it's just pretty good.
Once you're done with Breaking Bad, pick up Better Call Saul. Because
Oh, yeah?
it's Saul Goodman.
Yeah.
True Detective.
And it's like the show
a
from
spin-off.
before when Breaking Bad started. And I guess the new season is now just getting into like right around the time that Breaking Bad starts. So the cool thing about it is like you could watch it before watching Breaking Bad, but it's not as good because there's characters in the show that they introduce it just like randomly that you're like, oh, that's that guy from that season of
Yeah.
Breaking Bad, and it's all intertwined, and they make it really. It's a lot. It's not as like kind of action-y as Breaking Bad, but I enjoy it because I like his character Saul.
I do too.
Like,
I might need to go
he's good.
rewatch Breaking
Yeah.
Bad now.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch it now too.
Yeah. Yeah. His character is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that they were making a movie too. So that's why I thought I'd
Really?
probably watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Based on Jesse's story or is Jesse's
Yeah, it
continued
was like
story or
Jesse
something?
after it ended.
Yeah.
That was like my biggest complaint with the series was
Don't spoil it for me.
I'm not. But there were things that I wanted to find out about Jesse that I didn't.
That you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they
And
kind of
I'm,
leave
I'm
off.
glad that they're doing that.
Yeah, because they kind of leave that off. They wrap everything else up, but then they leave off of like what he's
It's
doing.
not quite a
afterwards, so.
Sopranos season finale,
No.
but
Oh, yeah. That was
No.
such a disappointment.
I liked the way that they ended it personally.
I liked it, but it was like, okay,
Just
come
throw
on,
this
you know,
on.
you don't know what's gonna happen,
Yeah.
Did you guys ever watch Dexter?
Oh yeah.
I never finished
the last
it.
one.
The
What?
last
Yeah.
season
the last
was
season was crazy.
butts. I hated the last season. I hated
It was
how
pretty
ended.
weird. Yeah, it was weird. I don't like how it ended either,
Mm.
but it kind of, it made you wonder. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but
What
made you
anno-
question.
What annoys me is that Showtime canceled it, and they convinced them to let them do that last season, but only half of the normal amount of episodes. So they were like rushing to get it done. And
That
it
was
just,
like packed, yeah, and it wasn't.
It just
yeah.
you could watch up until that season, and I'd be fine.
I wonder why they canceled it. It was really popular.
I don't.
It was a really good
Yeah,
show.
I loved it.
His character was awesome. Yeah. It was really complex, weird guy.
I just think the funniest thing about that is like the fact that he, in real life, whenever, like during the filming of it, he was married to
His sister.
his sister.
Yeah.
And
Really?
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Deb.
and then
Deb.
they end up getting a divorce in real life, and then
That's whenever they got together on the
towards
show.
the end, it's like that's whatever. Like
so funny.
They made that kind of like I just thought, to me, that was funny. It was almost like the writers were like,
Yeah.
like
We're going to bring you together
Yeah.
no matter what.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and he had
now,
cancer
Kiss.
during the filming of that show too. Like I forget what season it was, but you could tell that like he was going through chemo. And
I remember
stuff,
that. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
because I think that he had a wig on for a while.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and you could sort of tell in the show.
You were saying today that your mom's watching the shop for you.
Yeah.
So like, what do you do if you get sick for a week? You know?
Yeah.
Like if you get the flu and you're out for 4 or 5 days.
Just
You
not. There's
close?
just nobody there. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just it. I don't have any employees.
Yeah.
My mom is in Virginia, so she comes up once a month usually to help me. So Small Business Saturday, Arts Walk, big events that we have, she's able to visit and help me out, which is great. Because it's tough being the only person in there. It's a lot of people's stuff to watch. A lot of people's handmade items that I'm just like, I just got to keep my eye on it. And I want to be able to, have conversations with people when they come in too and not be stressed because I have a line of people, which is Small Business Saturday and Arts Walk. Those are big events in Morgantown, and we have people standing in line to check out, which is fantastic for a small business, small store. But yeah, I mean, if I'm not well, it's not open.
Yeah.
So I've been, I think I take care of myself a lot less now that I've opened because I don't sleep good hours. And when I'm there, I don't remember to eat. I'm just busy or doing things that are more important to me. And I definitely feel it.
Yeah, like whenever you're not there, you're working too.
You're either doing stuff for the business or you're just stressing about the
something
business.
that needs done.
Yeah.
So.
There's a lot of stuff to do. Yeah. So outside of the business, there's always, Monday's my day off, but I'll be working, so still doing things at home.
I have to fight really hard to not do that because I'll be laying in bed at night and I'll just be thinking about like, oh man, I got to do this tomorrow. And then I start thinking about like, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do this, and I need to call this person, I need to send this email, and it's like, nope, do that at work. Worry about that whenever you're at work.
I've always found that it's good if you start doing that, especially when you're trying to sleep and it starts really stressing you out, is to write it down. Because it makes you feel better, like, okay, I'm not going to forget this now. Because that's the problem, is you'll say, I've got to do this tomorrow, this, and this, and then you're thinking in your head, okay, I've got to remember to do all that. So if you can write it down in a list, the next day it's right there. So I sleep a lot better that way, just kind of, making sure I don't forget something, or put it in your phone or whatever, set a reminder, because it's easy to start doing that. And then your mind just gets carried away.
Yeah. And I'm super forgetful anyway. Like whenever I was on active duty, I would always forget like appointment times for my patients and like, that I needed to check up on, this guy to make sure that he's taking his meds and that he's not having any reactions or anything, and follow up with this guy in 3 days or whatever. So I would just write on myself and like, because I would write it in a notebook, but then I would forget that I had written it down.
And you couldn't find the notebook.
And then I couldn't find,
I forget where to put the notebook.
Like I am that forgetful. And so I would just start writing it down on my hands, and I would have just marks all over my hands and arms and everywhere.
Pretty sure that's against the law if it's like medical related.
Oh, it definitely is. But I mean, the military, you kind of do whatever you want to a degree.
That's true. There's a lot of leeway there.
Yeah, there's a lot of leeway there.
So you know what to get him for Christmas now.
Toupee.
Well, that too.
Longer arms.
Arm extensions.
Get him a notebook.
Yeah.
I gave him a notebook. I gave him a notebook, and it had the 13 Palm Trees logo on it. I actually didn't give it to him. I was like, hey, check out this notebook that we got for free. And then he was like, oh, thanks. And he thought I was giving it to him. But it's whatever. I found it the other day in the garage.
Yeah.
Covered
He forgot where he put it.
Yeah.
So, it's got a recipe for some like hair loss treatment in it. It's really weird.
He's drawing his toupee, like shaping it.
Yeah, that's actually, I actually asked my wife for Christmas, I was like, can you get me just like a really nice planner?
Yeah.
Because my job now, like I do a lot of stuff on my own, like without supervision, which is scary. But I have a notebook that I carry with me everywhere, but it's just a plain notebook. So, I put in there notes and stuff, but they're really in like no chronological order. There's no order at all. It's just a chaotic mess of notes. So I told her, I was like, I need to have a planner that has like a note-taking section, but then also like pages for specific days.
Little dividers and things too. Yeah. Yeah, especially, I mean, when you start doing stuff like that and you've got a lot of appointments or a lot of things to remember, it's so important to be organized because then it does get stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I keep everything right on my desktop. Like for Wasted, like everything is in order, like dates, everybody who I've emailed about booking, everybody who I haven't, when I emailed them, what dates I offered them, like it's just like in order. And before that, I was like, shit, who are we interviewing this week? It's
Yeah.
like, you know,
You
so,
get stressed about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do the same thing with the shop. You know, I even pre-plan. I have a little weekly like tear off calendar, and every day I'll write, okay, I'm going to do an artist feature this week. So Monday or Tuesday, it's artist of the week, this person. And then I'll do another post later in the week and then another one on Sunday about them. So I write that down. And then on Wednesday, what am I going to post about? So I'll try to post, like write down what I think, and it can change, but at least I know every day I've got something that I can post about, and it takes the stress away from it too.
Yeah.
And then when people are coming in, you know, new artisans, or if I have an appointment for something, it's right there for me every day to see it. Because if not, you know, you just forget what's going on. It's easy. Yeah, it's really easy to do that.
I'm gonna need to do that. Like that's a good idea for posting stuff. Like that's a really good have like a schedule.
Yeah,
on how
make
you
a
do it.
schedule.
Yeah.
I actually, when I first started looking into like the best way to post for businesses to, you know, get social media, you know, because you have all these algorithms now that change, and you know, you want people to see what you're posting, so you need to be consistent with it. A lot of people posted things like calendar recommendations online. You can go on Pinterest or just type it in and Google it, and there'll be recommendations for artists about what to post every day. But that really didn't fit with the store, so I looked it over and actually kind of used some of those ideas. You know, something that's cool in the shop that maybe people don't realize why we have it, or why it's the price, or you know, who the artist is and why they do this, or you know, their technique, you know, just little stuff like that. But it works for every business though. I mean, if you make a schedule, you know, and you're consistent, like every week, you know, you're going to post this. It might be different every week, but it's going to be the same like topic. Yeah. Just every Tuesday or whatever, just write that on your calendar.
I'm gonna have to do that. That's
yeah. And try to how can you make things consistent? You know, like every Friday you want to post something, you know, kind of fun or whatever it is, you know, but you know, every Friday it's going to be something in that line of thought.
I'm definitely going to take that and like, I'm going to make a schedule for that.
I know using Google Calendar changed my life.
See, I
Oh yeah. You can use that like everywhere.
Oh, it's so awesome.
I put stuff in Google Calendar and then I'm like, what? I don't like these notifications. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Well, what I do is I take my, I schedule out all of my paychecks for the year in Google Calendar, because it's just every 2 weeks. So I pre-schedule it. And then I schedule all of my bills for the year. And then every time I get paid, I just pull up my calendar. I look at, okay, what do I have to pay this paycheck? And then I just pay it that day, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
And it takes so much stress out of paying bills.
Oh yeah. I have a calendar reminder for the 5th every month, pay bills.
Yeah.
Because usually by then I have all the emails that have come in, or, you know, I just get everything electronically.
Yeah. And what's nice about that too is like you can try to proactively look at like, okay, next month, you know, I have an idea of how much money I'm going to have, and then I need to pay this much in bills. So roughly I'm going to have this much excess. So this, you know, because then I can tell myself like, okay, I need to tighten down a little bit this month versus, you know, or maybe, okay, well, I'm going to be good for the next couple months. So
Or this month there's 3 paychecks instead of 2.
Right.
You know, things like that. Yeah. Because those are my favorite months.
Bonus check. Yeah. Those
Those are
good
everybody's
months.
favorite months.
I think it's March this year. I'm pretty sure I was looking at it the other day.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Did you do this?
If you get a paycheck.
Oh, yeah,
I don't get in on that anymore.
For my job. Hopefully by then I can make this a full-time job.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I have to say, I love these cards, by the way.
Thank
I
you.
do like
I
them.
wanted to tell you that
Thank
earlier.
you. Yeah.
They're very, obviously nobody can see them, but it's like really strong. It reminds me of like construction paper.
Yeah, it's like craft paper.
Yeah, like really,
everything
really,
I
really
use is the
strong.
craft because it's recycled, and it also has a simple, natural feel to it. So
I also
everything
really
use is
like that it's an actual square.
Yeah, it's not rectangle.
Yeah.
it's
Because
square.
I think the
yeah.
problem with business cards is like everybody hands out business cards, and what's the first thing that everybody does? They put it in their pocket,
Yeah.
or they put it in their wallet, or they put it in their purse. and then it sits in there with all their other business cards.
And it gets all mixed in.
And then they
Yeah.
you get so many of them, and then you just throw them all away.
Yeah.
But with this one, it's like you can't hide this one behind another business card.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if this would, because it's taller.
Plus,
Like
you could
the
throw it at an
dimensions.
attaker because of the way it's
Yeah.
shaped.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it's-
Strong.
Missed.
Business card fight.
You almost died right there.
Yeah. Cute. You want to try it again?
No.
Please. Please. Yeah, but yeah, it's not as wide, or it's taller than like a normal business card, so it doesn't fit in that slot. So it's like you have to have it in another, like
Yeah.
you put it in your pocket or something like that. So I like the square. It's like he said, it's different than everybody else that does it, so it makes it stand out more. I think I do like that.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I try to use the craft paper for everything, kind of branding. Branding's important when it comes
Oh,
to small
yeah.
businesses too, as you guys know, your branding, you know. So I use the craft paper for the business cards and my bags, and I use like a light green tissue, so it just pulls the craft paper color up a little bit, so it's real natural. The store has a little bit of an off-color green, like a real light green in the window sills, like that. We have a little window, what do you even call that? It's like a little area of the window. I can set stuff in them, you know.
The like display area.
Yeah, like a display area. And so I painted that color in those, and then everything else is just white, so everybody's artwork can really stand out.
Yeah.
But I try to be, you know, it's like a charcoal color, the craft, and the green. I try to keep those colors consistent. So helps with branding.
I like it.
Yeah.
Green's my favorite color.
Yeah, it's good. It's good color.
Green's the best color. Do you know the green pigmentation is the most abundant pigmentation on Earth?
I'm not surprised.
Because there's a lot of grass. Is that why?
Yeah. I mean, probably, I would imagine.
He doesn't even know.
It makes sense that would be the thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
green is the most abundant color on Earth.
Caterpillars, frogs.
Kind of surprised it wouldn't be
Green
blue.
caterpillars?
Yeah. You ever seen a
Yeah, I
green
guess.
caterpillar?
Yeah, I guess so. Like a leaf cutter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one of those little guys. The
Yeah.
only reason,
The little horned tomato worms.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
Like the first house we lived in when we moved to West Virginia, there was a tree next to that house, and every year it was just those little, just all over the place, millions of them.
Yeah.
So they haunt me.
Well, Daniel.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to cover before we get wrapped up?
I'm going to be doing some workshops after the first of the year, so that'll be cool.
Okay.
So if
You
people follow the Facebook page, they can check out some events. We're going to have just a variety of different things. I've got some artists that are interested in doing workshops on how to embroider, screen printing, like little, you know, not the big screen printers, but little handmade screen printing. Block printing. I'm going to do crochet, jewelry making. One of our Bath and Body artisans is interested in doing some interesting things. And then Una Biologicals out of Pittsburgh is a really amazing company that we carry in the store. And they do a lot of really cool workshops, like build your own fragrances. And they have like a cocktail workshop or something. They have a lot of really fun things. So they want to come down and do something. So, you know, hopefully after the holidays, you know, and everybody kind of, you know, all the hustle and bustle is over, I want to schedule things like that in the store. So you're not just sitting at home like, what am I going to do? You know, I don't want to go out, but I don't want to just sit at home. There's not a show or a band playing tonight. So you could take a class, you know, and learn something fun. And maybe that would be something that you would really dig and start doing more of, you know, get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Learn a
that.
new skill.
So you'll be doing that right out of the shop.
Yeah. Just be right at the shop. Yeah. Just have little fun workshops, hanging out,
really cool.
relaxing. Yeah. That's
I'm
my
gonna have
goal. So,
I'm
you
gonna
know,
have to check that out.
yeah.
Yeah. See if there's anything I'd be interested in.
Yeah. I
'cause
think it would be a lot of fun.
I waste my life doing this, so it'd be nice to go and actually do something else for a change.
Yeah. And collaborating with other business owners and stuff too,
Yeah.
you know, downtown. So,
Yeah, which is something that we need to do. We need to get out there and like, well, somebody that's not me, because I don't really look the whole like, hey.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you guys are cool. I think you should come hang out with us
Yeah.
downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll send the beard, the bald bearded guy with tattoos all over instead of sending you.
I just wear skinny jeans and I'm depressed and
Skinny jeans.
covered in tattoos. Come on now.
I mean, I'm saying we're both have.
That's true.
You looked at me and you're like, I probably shouldn't go because people aren't going to be like, oh, hey, it's me. Yeah, we'll send me instead. We'll just bring Jess. My wife's like 5 foot tall. She weighs like 100 pounds. She's
That works.
adorable.
I would come up to you guys and talk to you though. I mean, I got tattoos. Everybody's got tattoos. I mean, it's cool.
It is becoming more accepting though.
I just want to come and hang out with you. Yeah.
That's a tactic that I use for a lot of things though. Like if I see somebody that like needs help carrying something, I'll be like, Jess, go offer to help them. That way, like she's the one that's walking up, not me.
Not you.
So it's not me just like walking up, just being like, hey. Because I'm usually just in like overalls
Overalls.
or
The same overalls
yeah, or just like
all the time. Never washed.
cut off flannels and
That's
like,
true.
I don't normally look very approachable.
That's very true. You're wearing your
Even though
camo Crocs with your
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. With the
Camo
little-
Crocs.
with your red flannel hat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
And
Got 'em on
overalls.
right now. Yep.
That's great.
You guys in your Crocs.
Yeah, if you come
Cracks me
downtown,
up.
please wear that.
I do. Like
I'm gonna
this
send
is literally
everybody.
what I,
I will send to everybody over to talk to you. That'd be great.
yeah. No, I do.
Like
This
and
is how I
compliment
dress.
his overalls too. Crocs.
Maybe at one of these craft shows, we'll bring down a couple microphones and just kind of
That'd be
set
cool.
up like a small table.
You
and,
should come down. You guys should
Yeah.
come down for like Arts Walk in the spring.
Yeah.
Set up
like to do
outside.
that,
We have
yeah.
artisans that set up out front on the sidewalk and have big canopies.
I want to come down and
sell
look at
stuff,
one of
and it's
those
cool.
lamps
Yeah.
and also
The Bluetooth radios.
Bluetooth
too.
radio.
Yeah, they're really
Yeah.
rad.
I like
Definitely
taking
wanna
old
look
stuff.
at
Like
that.
there's two amps over there on the. Well, no, there's one amp and then there's one actual old radio over on the floor there that are from like the late '70s that just don't work.
Yeah.
And so I just covered them with old T-shirts to make stuff for my brother for the studio, and it's like converting old vintage stuff into something new.
Yeah.
is really cool.
Yeah, I
like
think
it.
so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it has
Especially
its own
something that you can
style,
use,
and
yeah.
you can use it, and it's yeah. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that was built, 50s, 60s, 70s is going to last because it's built with
Oh,
good
yeah.
quality, materials. So it's still hanging around. Why not reuse it and make it a little bit more modern? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I
we just
love
need
the
to figure out how
vintage
to do
stuff.
that with you, Daniel.
There it is. It
Burn.
took you an hour and a half, but there it is.
Yep. So you got him at the beginning. and He's got you at the end.
The wrap up.
Yeah.
After my mind's just gone.
Yep.
So
After
there's number 2. So go ahead and tell us again where we can, or we and everybody else could find you online.
It is Facebook and Instagram is Shop Hoot and Howl. It's ShopHootandHowl. If you Google Hoot and Howl in Morgantown, you will find the website, which is in need of an update. That's another small business thing. But it'll link you to Instagram, Facebook, and Yelp. And or 245 Walnut Street. I'm on the corner. You really can't miss us right now because we have a lot of really cool things hanging in the window, and we got a little sign up temporarily, so you can see where we're located. And if you come down and get some coffee at the Blue Moose, you can just pop over. I got some really cool chairs in the front. You can just sit in. They're super comfy, old school, like mid-century style chairs that I keep just to
Mid-century?
hang out. Yeah. Oh yeah, furniture.
gosh,
Yeah, I'm gonna need to go.
how
there.
long it would take for Josh to
Mid-century.
break one of those?
It's like mid-century modern. No, they're super comfortable. Yeah, people just come in. They're like really comfy and just plop down in them. They're like high back, kind of form around you.
thrones.
So yeah, they're cool. They're like really, really sturdy chairs. So get your coffee and come hang out.
But not
I'm gonna do that
cork.
sometime. But not corky.
Not
you
yeah,
won't do
probably
that,
not
no.
corky, not cat proof either. That's why they're in my store and not at my house because they like them way too much.
You're not going to
I
get a store
actually-
cat?
Well, it's funny because people have said that. They're like, you need a store cat or a store pup. My mom's trying to get me to get a dog just so she can hang out with it.
Yeah.
When she comes up once a month to hang out at the store. And I'm just like, no. And Jillian, who owns Retro Teak, who's just down the block, has 2 dogs, and they love coming in and hanging out in my store. So I'm just like, you can just leave them in here. It's cool, And I got little cookie treats in the back for them, So they're like my little visitors. Yeah. Yeah. But I would be too worried that the cat would run out in the street.
Yeah.
There's a lot of traffic out there.
Well, that
would worry
and
me.
like with cats, like if you get the cat with that attitude,
Oh,
he's in there,
yeah.
he's knocking the products off the shelves, and
Gangster
being an
cat, you
asshole.
know, she just look at me and just knock it off, you know. Yeah, get into everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
We had
Crazy.
we had
It's a nice face.
we had a pit bull at our venue, the sweetest dog, and we called her the Circle Pit Bull because she just hang out unless it was metal. If there was a metal band, she was up front running in circles, and it was the funniest thing. She hated any other type of music, and there was one time we had it's almost like a bluesy style rock band in there. And typically she'd just hang out like back by the bar, but she actually walked up on stage while they were playing and pissed at the singer's feet and walked off. It was hilarious. Hilarious.
Wow.
So-
That's a real cat move.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
definitely is.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, that's Khaleesi. She was awesome.
I think the best cat move is when you're eating and they'll get close to you and then they just really slowly just reach out with their
Yeah.
paw and they just get closer and closer and closer and they're just like looking away, you know, and like trying to be all nonchalant about it.
Just like
Yeah.
touch you. Hey, give me some food.
That's my favorite
Let me have that.
cat move.
Yeah. My cats will just sit there and look at me. The one I have, her name is Piggy. And she's very much lives up to her name. And she'll just sit on the couch beside of me and just look at me. She's like, what do you got? You got some chips? Can I have some of that? It's crazy.
And then they don't even eat it. They just smell it, chew on it a couple
But she
times.
just
and
licks
then
it.
just leave
Yeah, she just wants to lick it. She don't want to chew it. She just lick. It's weird.
I'm done with this.
Yep. I'm just kidding. You can have it back, Mom.
Yeah. Whenever I'll be playing like video games, and the kitchen table's like right next to the TV that I play on, and I'll have like food sitting there, and I just won't paying attention. It'll be like if the light's off and I won't see it, and then you'll see something out of the corner of your eye, but you can't actually see anything whenever you look over. And then by the time that you realize that the cat is snuck up on your food, it's too late. They're like on top of the plate. It's like,
Yep.
cool. That's why I have to keep it like in front of the TV, like right.
Yeah.
They don't get it. So, I don't know how many times I've looked over and they're just like munching on my food. I'm like, awesome. Move it over here.
Yep.
Well, Dallas is playing, so I'll see you guys later.
Yeah. He's like, I got to get up there and watch some football. Missing my show.